Thursday night football. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, back with an Underdog video. We're talking NFL this time. And Thursday night football, we got the Pats at the Jets. Not a super exciting game here. Not really too excited about watching this one for an Island primetime game. We got the Pats heading into Jets territory, 6-point dogs. I think we got to build out a game script where the Pats do get down here and they're going to have to throw it a little bit. So if you don't have the Underdog account, you want to join along, use that promo code CashCake and get yourself a free pick and a bonus cash up to $1,000. It is that easy. And hey, let's get after it. Let's talk some football. All right, Underdog, we're going to talk some football here, Thursday night football. Not super excited about this game. I wish we'd have more of an electric offensive style game. I don't think that's going to be it, but we still got to find some plays that we do like here, and I think we can find a few that we do like. Great, fantastic Monday Night Football. Just absolutely almost swept everything. I think 10-1 on the videos that I did on Thursday or Monday Night Football. But I got 3 here for you. If you don't have an Underdog account, again, and use that promo code CashKick, not only do you get to play along here, you also get a free month of Elite. If you head on over and hit our free offer and follow the instructions there, you can get a free month of our Elite package. I have the Underdog Projection EV tool pulled up. You'll get this tool with all the projections that we do have for NFL, as well as some odds out here for the Plus EV stuff. And you get access to all this stuff if you're an Elite subscriber. First play we're going to look at, though, I'm not going to get away from him, and that's Breece Hall and just how much he's being used in the passing game. Even in a spot like this, it's almost like an extended run with him. 30.5 reception yards. I was looking at rush and reception touchdowns with him as well. I think this is a good spot. He could probably get in the box. He's got a touchdown in each of the first 2 games, and maybe that's a spot we can kind of look at him at instead of the reception yards. But I'm kind of leaning the reception yards as well. Again, there's really 2 ways you can kind of go here for me. I mean, you got a spot where they should be up. They are at home. They should get Breece Hall in the box. They did run Allen a little bit more last game. He did take a little bit more share. So we might see some more of that if they do get up. And maybe he, vultures a touchdown. So, actually, the more I think about this, I think Breece Hall touchdown might be the play. One of the great things the Underdog does have is they do have this vulture touchdown where, say, Breece Hall is in there to get a touchdown, and Allen comes in and snags a touchdown from him. You will get rescued there. So I do think we'll take a shot at the Breece Hall rushing and reception touchdowns here. Now that I think about it, this might be the spot to take it and look at another site to maybe look at yards. It's one of the great things at Underdog that they do have with that touchdown. So we'll make sure they're still running it this week. They have been running it for the first 2 weeks, and I'm assuming they're going to keep this going. I'll pull it up and kind of look and see what they got going. As long as they're running that vulture touchdown, where you don't get screwed off of it, I think this is the way to go with it. Because there's nothing worse than if he does all the work, gets down in the end zone, and then we have Allen come in and snag that touchdown from him. It's just so tilting. So we'll run that touchdown here for him. And then on the other side, again, I think they're going to be playing from behind. Ramondre Stevenson, I think, is one of the first plays I'm looking at here. Higher than 2.5 receptions is where I want to land on him. Hasn't had to do a ton. Now, last week they lost in overtime to Seattle. But he did have 5 targets that game, caught 2 balls. Week 1, They won against Cincinnati 16-10. He had 3 targets, caught all 3. And, I think this is one of the safer plays on it. Again, game script wise, get behind. Brissett's not wanting to push the ball down the field at all. I don't think he'll want to do it against Sauce and those cornerbacks. So I think he's going to lean more on these shorter routes with Stevenson. Maybe we get Hunter Henry as well, who had a monster game last week, and just kind of lean more on the shorter passing game to kind of move the ball down. So Ramondre Stevenson, higher than 2.5 receptions. Hopefully that they keep him out there, even if they get down and they don't bring Gibson in, because Gibson is a fantastic back as well. So if you want to kind of maybe take a shot at him, a little bit, maybe receiving yards at 7.5. I don't mind if you want to take a shot at that, but I still think Stevenson's going to be out there enough to get enough looks for receptions here at the 2.5 number. But one great pivot off that is looking at Antonio Gibson at the 7.5 reception yards. Just kind of want to bring him up because we saw what he did in Washington. If we all go all the way back to his Memphis days in college, that's what he does, man, is he catches balls. So just throwing that out there, that's a pick I kind of like, especially if you're looking to get off Stevenson a little bit. And then the last one we'll go Hunter Henry. Now, I'm not expecting this massive game like we saw last week where he had 109 receiving yards, over 12 targets, caught 8 balls, and he had a 40% target share. I'm not expecting that. But if they're going to be playing from behind, he clearly has a chemistry with them here. Out of the 30 passes, he chucked it towards him 12 times. And if they're going to be playing from behind, again, I'm not expecting 109 yards and 12 targets here where he catches 8 balls. But if he gets you 4 or 5 catches, maybe you want to look at receptions, especially being 1.04 here. I don't mind looking at that. But again, if you're building out game scripts, what you should be doing here when you're building these primetime island games on any of these platforms, you kind of have to build a game script out. So maybe Hall gets in the box. They get up early, a couple touchdowns. They have to abandon the run a little bit, maybe in this scenario where you're building a 3-man like this. And, Hunter Henry and Stevenson are just peppered with short targets just because Brissett doesn't want to push the ball down the field too much. So that's where I would kind of look at here. Again, I'm not expecting a monster game out of Henry like last week. I don't think, that's not the big reason. It's just playing game script theory here. And it's not like he has these amazing wide receivers on the outside, and Brissett really doesn't want to, push it towards them. And that's where the strength is of that defense in the secondary is New England. I'm sorry, on the Jets side of the ball. If we kind of look at, Reed and Sauce on the outside, Osborne and Polk. Now, Polk's pretty good wide receiver out of Washington as a rookie. I don't hate him. He was a round 2 selection this year, but I still think Hunter Henry's where you want to kind of attack things, and you don't want to go after Reed and Sauce that much. So that's what we're looking at here. Again, if you like these videos, you want to see more of them, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel. I will do my best to get these out for you, and hopefully we can have a profitable Thursday. Like always, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.